It's the news Victorians have all been waiting for, a day of zeros and the lifting of Melbourne's lockdown. It's the first time since early June that the state has recorded no new cases and no COVID deaths. In Sydney, there was one new locally transmitted case today. It's linked to the Oran Park community cluster. Tonight, Melburnians are daring to imagine some of the freedoms New South Wales has been enjoying.
Today was declared the state's unofficial Donut Day, Victorians sweetly celebrating something we haven't seen in 139 days.
And there are 0 new cases across our state.
We opened up at midday, there's about 30 people at the door, and then we looked online and saw that it's a declared Donut Day because of 0 cases, and we sold out in the first hour.
That number enabled the Premier to deliver Melburnians some other treats.
We are able to say that now is the time to open up. Now is the time to congratulate every single Victorian for staying the course.
I'm ecstatic. I'm so excited. It's been almost 8 months that we've been closed.
For the first time in months, Melburnians won't need a reason to leave home, and all Melbourne shops, including beauticians, will reopen on Wednesday. Cafes, restaurants and bars will open with a maximum of 20 people inside and 50 outdoors. Weddings will increase to 10 people and funerals to 20 mourners. Religious services have been online only, but can now have 10 people indoors and 20 outdoors. Outdoor gatherings are still a maximum of 10 people, but there's now no limit on the number of households. The 25-kilometre limit remains in place, but if case numbers keep coming down, it should be lifted on the 9th of November, along with Melbourne's Ring of Steel, but it won't be in time for the Melbourne Cup weekend.
We still don't want a situation where people are travelling the length and breadth of the city, and we don't want a situation where people, it's not a criticism, it's just a natural thing, people are attracted to places of great beauty.
We're going to miss the Cup weekend, which is a bit of a shame because we've got 24,000 holiday homes in the Mornington Peninsula, and so people come down on the Cup weekend to get ready for summer.
And for large hospitality venues, only allowing 10 inside offers little comfort.
But in all honesty, 36 hours isn't enough to prep the food we need to open.
There'll be scars on the psyche of this state that will not heal. There are many, many people whose lives have changed permanently because of what they've had to endure over the last few months.
It was an emotional day for Victorians, and the Premier was no different. His voice cracking as he congratulated everyone for all they've given up over the past few months, waiting for this day. But Daniel Andrews says he'll be skipping the beers for his celebration tonight.
I might go a little higher up the shelf.
Bridget Rollason, ABC News, Melbourne.
And Iskander Razak joins us now from Melbourne. How are people reacting to these changes?
Well, across Melbourne, across Victoria, there's just relief. We're in the middle of Richmond. This place would normally be just brimming with excitement after a grand final win. As you can see, it's pretty desolate, and it's been a roller coaster few days, few months in Melbourne. So the emotions were up and down over the last few days, but to have the Premier come out and say essentially that we are opening up, people are just happy. It's not just the business sector that's reacted in a positive way. Everyday people had this to say to me just a few moments ago.
We watched it, it was really emotional, but yeah, we're really keen to get on the beers or something more top shelf, that's for sure.
What do you reckon, eh?
I'm the same. I think it came down, she was shedding a tear. It was just so emotional after everything we've been through.
Now, not everything changes over the next few days. The 25-kilometre restriction on how far a Melbourne person can travel from their home, that stays in place for a little while longer, as well as the border between Melbourne and regional Victoria. That's set to dissolve on midnight Sunday, the 8th of November, as well as other restrictions. One area that the Premier, Daniel Andrews, didn't have anything to say about was what can happen inside a home and how many visitors a person in Melbourne can have. He said that's a dangerous setting, but he'll have an announcement on that tomorrow. So there's still quite a lot to unpack here, Juanita.
Iskander Razak reporting there.